Hi guys, today we'll be reviewing Ghost Recon Wildlands. I've been joined by Just Luca Official and Flushable.
Yo,
So we're gonna be talking about the pros and cons and basically what it is. So Ghost Recon Wildlands is in the series of Tom Clancy games. Now it's a open world game and you are 4 players. It's either solo or up to 4 co-op. You can drive around in vehicles, helicopters, planes, boats even, and you're basically doing missions. Now in the beta, there are two, in a sense, storylines. There's the easy one, the easy area, and then the hard area. And in these areas, there's like a certain amount of missions. And most of the missions, you go into an enemy outpost and you have to find something in there. So like, I know there's one mission where you have to find his like Lamborghini or something. And these missions are good and sometimes repetitive. It depends. And mostly you can use either like binoculars or drones to like scope them out in a sense. And you've got loads of different guns in this game. You've got assault rifles, SMGs, pistols, snipers, and so on. There's also a really in-depth customization at the beginning. So as you can see, our characters are looking lovely. And so that's all I've got to say now, Luca.
now Lucas been telling us like all the good things about this beta, and I'll move on to the bad side.
So the good things about this beta, as Scott said, the in-depth customization at the start. I really didn't think you would have that much customization in a beta. I think it's really good that they've done that.
Especially
Also,
on like
guns.
on the guns. I didn't think there'd be that much customization on guns.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like Siege or something like that. Where there's only like a couple attachments.
This beta really does feel like a full game after you've been playing it quite a long time. It's very good with your mates as well. So basically, so there is a lot of customization for the guns. You can get skins, you can get different parts over the map. And
just to add as well, is that we have played this for like 2 days now, so we do have an idea of what we're talking about.
I'm really looking forward to getting the game as well. I think it'll be really fun to play, having everything in there. Looks like there's some really good guns there. So much customization. Hopefully there's even more when the full game comes out.
Yeah.
So yeah, the driving, from my opinion, is pretty good, but there's been a lot of bad criticism over it.
Criticism.
So it's fine. Basically, yeah. So I think it's a really good game. Hopefully it'll be even better.
Oh, and it's nothing like The Division. So, Eden, do you want to talk about the bad stuff then?
Well, I'll talk about the good and the bad stuff whilst we get attacked by enemies. Okay, as you can see, the graphics just look amazing. I mean, like, probably the best graphics I've seen in a while. And as Lucas said, like, you are able to do co-op, but I would say, if you have any more than 2 people, like you and a friend, if you've got any more than one person playing this, then like more than like 2, pretty much if there's 2 people, that's good, but any more than 2, it just ruins it.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you're not like coordinating.
Oh wow, we're getting attacked by enemies.
Oh, also, I would say, since we're in combat, I'd say the combat, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's not the best.
Also,
iffy.
something to add is that when you're playing the game, it's in third person, but when you aim down your sight, it's in first person. So it's very weird, but you soon get used to it after a while.
And I choose to turn off the first person, so I'm just always in third person.
Yeah, so you can turn it off if that does annoy you.
Yeah,
I know some people don't like it.
like especially me. I just can't stand it.
I would say another bad thing about this game is the repetition of situations in a sense, because even though they redo it in a sense, so in one mission you would have to get a person, and in another mission you have to get a Lamborghini. But in a sense, it's kind of the same thing, and after a while, that's the only problem that I think is going to happen in the main game, is where it's too repetitive, and people are just going to turn off playing it.
Well, no, I'd say like the missions, the whole setup to the missions are quite repetitive. However, you're given the absolute freedom to face these missions however you choose. For example, you could say if you're with a group of people, you could snipe people. Like one person could use a sniper rifle to take vantage point on top of a cliff or something, whilst a ground team goes in and completes the objective.
Yeah.
Or you could just go in guns blazing on the back of a Humvee.
Yeah.
It's all up to you.
Also with this game is that if I was gonna say what this game is, it's basically Far Cry mixed with Just Cause. That is the best way to explain what this game is, because most of it is by Far Cry in a sense, because when you spot enemies, a little red dot goes above their head so you know where they are. There's also night vision, and I think there's also thermal in this game as well. I don't really know what else to say, to be honest.
Oh, also, another point I just thought of. The driving in this game, it's not really... I don't really enjoy the driving. Because it's got solid driving controls, but I'm just not used to them.
Yeah.
And especially in helicopters.
Yeah.
It kind of feels, sometimes when you're driving, it kind of feels like you're just on ice, just skirting around.
Just
They
slipping and sliding.
put a big thing on drifting as well, so yeah.
Yeah, also, it takes quite a while to get used to the helicopters and the planes, especially the helicopters. It's, if you've ever played Grand Theft Auto and that, it's got similar controls, but it's not that similar, to be honest.
Another thing I'd like to say is that in this beta, you're given access to 2 areas. And these two areas are huge.
Yeah, they're massive.
Now, I understand in the beta they don't want you just to see the full game, but I would have loved it if you were able to just explore the entire map.
Yeah, so especially how big it is, and it's only 2 sections, and there's about 15 sections.
There's 21 in total.
21 in total, so that's another 19 areas you can explore. So that's a massive map. And also in the game there's also side activities. So there's some where you have to get a helicopter or a plane. Yeah, and you can also
to disrupt the satellite signals.
Yeah.
Relatively fun.
There's also a in-depth skill tree. in this game. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 different like skill trees, and basically you get like weapon skill tree, then a drone skill tree, then item, then physical, then squad, then rebel support. Now rebel support is a bit different.
The rebel support can be increased, like gained, through doing the side missions.
By doing the side missions. So basically these skill trees, like every other game, will give you abilities like items. You can get a parachute, you can get binocular zoom, you can get mines, you can get like diversion laws, you can get loads of other stuff. You can get like more stamina and quiet running, and for your drone there's like battery, you can get more battery life than that. So I don't really know what else to say.
So I know how I'm a good way to end this. How about we go between us and say like what we would rate this beta out of 10?
Yeah. So Luca, do you want to start?
Yeah, alright. To be honest, for a beta, I think this is actually amazing. I wasn't really expecting it to be this in-depth, just like with the Division. The beta was pretty small, not much to do, but in this, it really does feel like a full game. Lots to do, so I'm probably going to give it a 9 out of 10 for a beta.
Oh, 9 out of 10, that's high.
For a beta, this is extremely good. Like there are bad sides to it, which you'll see, and there's also a handful of glitches. But then again, this is a beta, so I'd sort of expect that. But in total, I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10? Okay.
Yeah, it's a good beta, but there can be improvements.
And now, I want to say, I'm gonna do, like, in my opinion, and the only problem that I see in this game that I haven't said is that like, the first area, the level 1 area, is quite boring. But when you get near the end, it's more fun because you get new weapons and that. So, for a beta, I'm going to give this probably a 6 out of 10. But I'm probably going to give it, I don't know, 6 or a 7, basically. I'm going to say 7, actually. Because even though it's a beta, it's like really good. Like I've been playing this 2 days straight, and it's just so good. And so me and Eden said 7 out of 10. Lucas said 9. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's very different to my other content, but I hope you enjoy this video, and hopefully I can do videos on other games reviewing. If you want more reviews and that, like, make sure you hit the like, and bye.